Back here in Minneapolis as Media Days rolls on, turn our attention to the Northwestern Wildcats. Joe McKeown starting his 16th year as the head coach. They got a tough schedule ahead of them in non-conference play and, of course, in the Big Ten as well. But they're not only prepared for it mentally, they're prepared for it with a fit. Slightly different jerseys. Threads have dropped. It'll be a different look for Northwestern. We're glad to bring in to talk about this now Paige Mott, who had a scoring explosion the last 2 months of last season. Caileigh Walsh, who led the team in scoring last year, and Joe McKeown. Let's start with the outfits, Caileigh. Paige, how do we feel about them, the new jerseys?
I think they're sick.
I
like
them.
them.
What do you like about them?
It's just a different. I think it's very retro. Brings us back to our roots.
Yeah, I've been playing in the same uniform my 2 years, so I'm excited to get a new fit. I'm excited.
All right, let me get. I'm not great at math, Joe. But if I have done it right, one victory this season will give you 251 wins at Northwestern, and no one in the history of the program will have more. Is my math accurate as far as you know?
How could I disagree with that? That sounds great, yeah.
How would that have sounded in 2008 if I would have said to you, you're going to get to that point?
Yeah, Mike, when I took the job, obviously we were in really dire straits. But, just the players I've had, the staff, to believe, and then the support from our administration, and it makes sense. It made sense when I took the job that we could be great, and we've invested a lot in our sport, and then to be able to have student athletes like Paige, Caileigh, the Veronica Burtons, and the Nia Coffeys, and Maggie Lyons, and Megan McEwens. We've just people that love Northwestern.
I don't know about that last one, but the other ones I was with you on, for sure.
Yeah.
What would you guys say? I'll have each of you go down. What was the biggest challenge last year that you guys had to try to overcome?
I think that just mentally we had to come together as a team a little bit more, and I think that this year we did a really great job on this offseason building our culture and creating a team that just really wants to come together and win.
I agree with that 100%. I think when you're losing, it's really hard to stay together and to keep the energy high and have positive energy. But I think we've worked a lot on it. We went to Spain. We bonded a lot in Spain. And we're just, taking it one day at a time.
Biggest challenge last year, what would you say it was?
For us, I felt like we had to grow up. We were really good for 3 quarters.
Yeah, right.
We were in most games, and we played a really tough schedule, non-conference, and we got the brunt of the best teams in the Big Ten probably twice or on the road. And we were in every game, we just didn't finish. So I feel like that's going to carry over in a positive way. And if we're smart, we'll take advantage of that experience.
Caileigh, you said we've done work to kind of cement our culture in this offseason. I want to get to Spain in a second, but outside of that, what are the things that make you feel optimistic about the bonding as a team from this past summer?
Yeah, I think that any one of our teammates would do anything for each other. Coach always says great players are made May through October. So I think that we all just really came together in this off season, and I think that we're just like one big happy family now, which is really great to see.
Paige, what was Spain like? Give me the memory that you're going, I can't believe I got to experience that.
Oh, Spain was so much fun. I think the most fun I had was when we were making paella. We had a paella workshop, and that was so much fun. Each of our teammates took a turn spinning the rice and the chicken, and I learned a lot of Spanish. I speak Spanish now.
Okay.
She does not speak Spanish.
Wait, by the way, did we go from not at all speaking to being fluent?
We went from not actually speaking French, not at all speaking any Spanish, and now I'm fluent. So.
Wow, Caileigh, you are rolling your eyes very hard over there. Not so much true?
I'll give it to her. She got it.
What was your favorite part about Spain, Joe?
The Flamingo Show. That was an all-timer. That was in Valencia, yep. And it was incredible. It was a story. It was like watching a Broadway show, and the drama and the emotion. It was incredible, Mike. And I think we all came out of there like, oh my God, what did we just watch?
Yeah.
And then the 3 Flamingo women were such incredible athletes, and it was about 110 degrees in there. I tried to get 2 of them to come, be power forwards, but
no eligibility left, huh?
But I think it was just great we really got immersed in the Spanish culture, and our players did a great job, I thought, of seeing that and wow, like this is how people live here.
Yeah. Paige, I mentioned the scoring increase as the season went along. What felt different for you? What was working the last couple months of the season?
I think the last couple months, I had a lot of talks with my mom. a lot of talks with my dad. I was talking to them more. And then I just realized what my team needed from me specifically. What else I could add if it was, rebounding. In that case, it was scoring. So I wanted to keep being better. So
how did you see her improving throughout the year?
I think you could see it every day, like just her attitude in practice, the work ethic, and you come in early and you stay a little bit late and you're working on your skills. Even though you get into February, Mike, we're not running as much, or you're traveling, you're cutting down on some of the time. She got so efficient in the way she practiced, and I think that was a big difference.
Caileigh, when you get double teamed, which happens often, what goes through your head?
I think I just rely on my teammates a lot. My teammates make me look a lot better than I am. So when I get the ball in the post and I get doubled, I have that ability to pass out. And we have some really great shooters this year that I can kick it out to and get my assists up.
Joe, in your time here in the league, give me the biggest way the Big Ten has changed.
Yeah, I'll tell you, Mike, I was here, obviously, we added Maryland, when we added Nebraska, and when we added Rutgers. And I think what you and I realized, these are 3 great women's basketball programs, and it made our league better. And what it did, it forced everybody to try to, to raise the bar to catch them, and we did. And I think that was the big thing, to make sure you're competing with them. And I remember Maryland came in and was coming off the Final Four, and it just. You had to go play them. You had to go after them. And same thing, obviously Coach Stringer is a great friend, and she brought this mentality of Rutgers of women's basketball is the premier thing that we do. And when we started beating Rutgers, or they beat it was the league competed against each other. It just got better.
Yeah.
And I think we're going to see that with the schools coming from the West Coast.
I was just going to say, that's not done as we go to 18 next season as well. Paige, Caileigh, and Joe, thanks for some of your time. Have a great season this year.
Thank you.
Thanks, man.